wanted a scholarship. Elaine, so you're telling me that I'm gonna go to BC and I'm gonna be all alone? I'm not gonna have James, I'm not gonna have Tony, and everybody else here I don't like.
Maybe nobody like you.
Oh, I'm fine with that though.
All right. So the second derivative test, just like a Karate Kid. So you have if you have a horizontal tangent at that particular point, but the second derivative is negative because it's concave down. So it's concave down. That second derivative is negative. In that particular horizontal tangent, it has to be a relative max. And same thing is the other way. If it's going horizontal tangent and the second derivative is positive, meaning the second derivative is positive, then it's more likely it's going to be relative min. And that's basically a hand gesture you can remember, because usually people don't remember what a second derivative test is. So here's a second derivative test that basically in the words, it's basically second derivative test is both first derivative test and second derivative test is tell you where's maximum minimum. It does not nothing to do with concave up, concave down. Concave up, concave down is tell you the cause why they are maximum minimum. Okay, it does not tell you inflection point, does not tell you anything. Yes.
Got some slightly blocking there.
Okay. So the second derivative test says if f prime of c is equal to 0. Okay, if f prime of c is equal to 0. Min, are you okay? And the second derivative exists on all the open interval contains c. If f double prime of c is equal to 0, or greater than 0, because greater than 0 means concave up. If it's concave up, at that particular c, it has to be a relative min. Which is, you can memorize that. Very easy Karate Kid ping the fence gesture, right? And if f double prime of c is less than 0, which is concave down, then it's concave down, that particular point has to be a relative max. Is that okay? And that's what a second derivative test. Not a lot of time people use second derivative test because a lot of people can usually use first derivative test because they just do a number line and they say increasing, decreasing, they see the maximum. But sometimes I can write a question that very easy. I can write a question that says if f prime of 5 is equal to 0 and f double prime of 5 is -7, then what happened at 5? Is that relative min or max? Right? Because if you have a 0 and this is concave down, that means has to be this point. So that has to be a max. Is that okay? And that's how I will write question, because I will write question like f prime of 5 is equal to 0. That's critical number, horizontal tangent. F double prime of 5, because it has to be horizontal tangent first though. And f double prime of 5 is equal to -7. Concave down, which is relative max. Okay. So today I want you to be able to graph this function. So f of x equal to x times x minus 4 to the third power. I want you to find a couple things. I want you to find a few things. I want you to find x-intercept. Actually, y-intercept. I want you to find x-intercept, which is their coordinates. And I want you to find number line test increasing versus decreasing. And the max and the minimum and maximum. And the concave up or concave down. And the inflection point. And I want you to find a coordinate of this, right? I want you to find the coordinate of this. And after that, I want you to graph it. But you also need to take a second derivative. First derivative, make sure you factor out the most negative. And you want to find the second derivative. Okay? So I want you to find all this information, and after that, I want you to graph it. Okay. About here? 11 minutes?
No, 11 minutes.
I'll get a lot of time.
20 seconds. Let me see. Get on my food.
Lunch is only 2 minutes.
Oh, it sounds like fun.
25 minutes, 2 minutes in. Ethan's gonna go to the next level. So Ethan's gonna go to the next level.
It's a BBC Slayer.
Wait, what? Yeah, so you should go to the next level too, right? Oh my!
I
What?
think my liver's like really
What's a Mexican? You can't
Are they
read it.
German?
That and Mexican. On my mom's side. Okay, that was my grandpa and great grandpa. She'd take Cal K, Dragon, maybe it's CBC there.
Oh, that's what I thought. Because of the sauce.
Come on, come on.
Talk to
It's
Mr.
Mr.
Ye
Ye.
about it. Yeah, I talked to Mr. Ye.
Listen, if Mr. Ye finds out, if Mr. Ye finds out that you're not gonna take his class, oh,
I did not.
You have to take BBC Calc.
yeah, that's Chase's favorite type of calc.
I'm so sad.
Just get home back. It's easy.
Just, yeah, just, yeah.
I'm already at 30 seconds.
They'll even harder. I'm gonna miss you, Chase. It's like still 6 months away.
I think
But
they're.
you plug in X into the regular.
Yeah.
Then X is basically Y. So okay, when X is 0, that means that's Y.
Yeah, yeah. So I plug this.
I mean, no, you plug it X0 to X
I plug in 0.
or X.
Wait, why or something?
That's literally just 0. So it's 0 times 1.
Oh shoot.
To negative. Negative 4 to the power of 3.
Yeah.
And then times 0. 0.
Yeah. What'd you get for that? What'd you get for that?
0?
It's I got 0 to negative 16.
0.
Got 0, negative 16.
I just plugged in 0, right? So it's negative 0.
That's not even a function. Why? That's got 2 negatives.
Wait.
How?
So I got 2 X's.
Oh, it's 0.
Because 0 times 0 minus 4 to the third power. Which is 0 because you're multiplying.
I don't understand. You're finding a likelihood that so you
Wait,
like
we got.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Wait, I don't understand that.
What did you do?
You plug in 0 for x. You can find y intercept. Because the y intercept is wherever x is 0. I'm sure it is. You just quantify it. How did you know about that?
For sure.
Yeah, because whatever is the how is natural, is a multiple.
And it's the same for those. So that's 0, 0.
So then x is just that. So that's
X minus 4
but y is 0.
At the next instance, it's worse. But basically, each take X at this.
I don't know how you take the second one. Just do what?
I think each
Before I got there
I feel like you're in a fun good. You know, like
I also got that.
So what I did, I just put the derivative.
Stop.
So then 0 and 4. Let me see.
we took the 4 out.
Yeah.
Isn't
And then
it
it's
x
oh.
equals 0 and 4 because
Yeah,
x
probably
equals
not.
4 and
Mm-hmm.
x equals 0.
X goes to 1.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
right, so it's
That's
on the 0 and
Did you get 0 and 4?
see x this and then you just find x the x is
No, it doesn't.
off the x is it's like a
3x.
polynomial.
And so like, look, x
3x?
minus
Did
4
you
is
get
0.
three?
X equals 0 equals
Oh,
4. And then x equals 0. It's setting this up to 0 because for that.
Okay. F of x equals 0. So this is 0 and you solve for x.
I don't know. I don't know about the
You start solving
What
for
do you
it.
mean you solve for x?
You've been doing
Is
this.
this the x thing or something?
Okay, hold on. Okay.
You know when we factor stuff out at the end when we set it to 0? That's what we're doing here.
Wait, hold on. What are you trying to explain to me?
Imagine like x squared minus x
How to get? Wait, are you trying to explain how to get y?
minus
X
2.
minus
Oh,
4
well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's find where
Okay.
find out where y equals 0, which would be the exponential derivative. You'd have to set this then f of x or y is equal to 0. Oh, it's meant to be cubed.
So this would be x minus 4.
You set it to 0, and then you break up this into two equations, so you find out when x is equal to 0, and you find out when x minus 4 is equal to 0.
3x? Where'd you get 3x?
Does that make sense?
The number of those cubes.
Oh, that's cube?
No, you don't have to worry about power. The power really doesn't change whether or not it becomes a
The
0.
second derivative of this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
You
3x.
I thought it was squared.
X minus 4 times.
product.
No,
Did you
it's
simplify
fine.
it?
How do you compare that?
Actually, saw that.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's fine.
Does that make sense, Chase?
I mean,
Because you use the 3 and
Did you extend it?
Wait, are you guys trying to do the derivative now?
Like on the other side?
Don't you have to do product? Are you guys doing product?
yeah.
right?
Yes.
You can't take that.
No. That's how I felt.
Look at this here, yeah.
I don't know.
Drop the
Yeah,
question
you
on
just
us
want
about.
You say anything that is straight.
What?
I don't say anything about it. There you go.
Can't say anything.
Whatever, you're gonna drop out of high school.
Yeah, I don't have the BC class.
Yeah, dropping out of BC House and dropping out of high school are the same thing. Yes. Isn't it, Tony?
X minus
It is,
4.
Half year class.
It said that dropping out of Cal Poly or BC and dropping out of high school are the same thing.
No, there's a chance y'all might not have to take it.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's a 50-50 chance I get to annoy her next year.
Okay.
Am I the only reason why you're not gonna take BC?
No.
Are you other here? No, I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, I don't like it. I'll bring it together on the
With stickers?
No.
No?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to bring the stickers, and then I'll put one on my laptop
I forgot about that.
to show you that I have that version.
So you got 3x times x minus 4.
What did you guys get for the first derivative? It's whatever it is, I don't like it.
Minus, I got x minus 4 squared bracket 3x plus x minus 4.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I got.
Did you simplify?
Should we get this? Do I factor out the least?
Factoring on the
Just
easiest.
factor out x minus 4?
I'm not sure if I'm
Oh, no.
Me neither.
Wait. I take out the. Do I take out x minus 4?
What?
What do I do after? I take the. I didn't know.
That's what I got.
So you take out x minus 4. Where? Yeah, so. No. Give me a phone call. X minus 4
How did
squared
That's your final derivative?
Yes.
Okay. Take derivative again?
Yeah.
Bro, what the hell?
Isn't that
Wait, so once I take the derivative, I take the derivative and I get the second derivative, and then that's the other back.
Wait, but then how are we taking? I had something with a 3, 3. I'm confused.
Table leader.
My turn.
What do I do after?
That's why
How did you take second?
Did I do this right?
Bro, I took the second derivative. I
Yeah.
got okay.
Yeah?
Oh, never mind. I'm stupid. Never mind.
Then whatever.
Never mind.
You can simplify it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Minus 4.
But it's 4 after.
Imagine like it's like parentheses as if there's timing like you do define second derivative.
I do possible. So that's 4.
Yeah, you're right.
My second derivative x is
Going through it. Here's the thing. So,
Then go back to x minus 4. 3x minus 4.
that should be fine.
Oh, okay. What you do for like you did quite wrong. Bro, my math now.
for the product rule, when we're starting to get a bracket thing, we take whatever derivative is the smallest power. But what if the derivative is just equal to 1? Do we just take that one? So, with the derivative equal to 1,
And
do we just take that 1 and put it right here?
Why take out?
Yeah, I know, but just kind of put the 1 there. Put it.
I take
Oh.
x minus 4 out of this.
Okay. So then on the outside here, would it be the x
Would it be
minus
3x?
x minus 1?
You did
What the hell
rule and
did
then
you do?
product rule.
Wait, is this your first derivative?
Yeah, that's my first derivative. Now I'm trying to get the second derivative.
First derivative is 3x times x minus
Not the same.
4 squared
You keep
plus x.
Hold on. I kind of fucked up. That's right.
Should probably for parentheses x minus 1. No, like x is 0.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but just find that x.
Oh.
You chose
the critical value of
You want me to take you said
the
y
second derivative. That's
And that is 4.
We're not.
isn't that like the point of it?
Is this right?
You want?
Here's the way.
We're trying to run squats, bro.
Yo, you hopping on square? Yo, what are we dropping, bro?
I'm hopping on.
Bro,
I'm mad high. They got Dusty's in the back, bro. I'm mad high.
Is Dusty Depot? Dusty Depot.
I think it's different.
That look, it's tilted.
No, it was.
Wait, what's that? It's that shaft?
Shifty shaft, bro. Shifty.
Yo, Shifty
Shaft.
Shaft. Yo, Shifty Shaft was good.
Yo, where Moisty Myers at?
Bro, what's one we won, bro? I got my first win in NOG Acres, bro.
Bro, what's that one? It's like where the clutch where the battle pass was, and
Nah,
it was so hard to get.
Oh, Risky Reels?
Yeah.
That's that Risky Reels. That was impossible.
Bro.
Bro, that challenge was impossible, bro. I swear.
Oh, yeah, right.
Bro, risky real.
I remember that.
Bro, what's the forest?
Railing Woods? Yeah. Bro, I have the whole map, man. I'm on the whole map.
What's
Yeah,
that?
you can describe any place you got. What? Railing Woods?
Wailing Wood.
Railing Lodge?
Only Lodge. No, it's like
Haunted Hills?
there was like this lower, bro. Like cabin, bro. Like you could go. I said no. It's like a garage thing. You know what I'm talking about?
The garage thing? That's Dusty Divot, no?
No.
It's Dusty Depot.
It was no. It was
The
like
containers, bro, right next to.
it was like in the forest, and there's like a random at.
Oh, the bunker.
Yeah.
Yo, I
Okay, I don't think
We basically backtracked and
Bro, there's so much Fortnite though, bro. I need to catch up.
Oh wait, yeah,
It's
that
been
years.
years. It's been years.
Bro, remember the cube, the big ass cube?
Kevin the Cube.
Yeah. Bro, you remember the event? It's a dude like he was like fighting, bro. It was like the
Oh yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
the robot thing, bro.
And it's funny, like the dinosaur thing.
It's crazy.
Bro, that rocket depends.
Bro, y'all ever try to like cover like Dusty Divot up? Like what? You know what I mean? You ever like try to cover it up?
Bro. In like playground mode, yeah.
Oh boy.
Like playground mode.
Yeah.
You guys finish?
No. I'm a little confused with today.
Hey, Tony, so what is this?
A weird problem.
Wheel problem?
No, it was like it wasn't bad. It was like
Did you find the first derivative and second derivative?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the first derivative 4 times x minus 1 times x minus 4 parentheses square.
what?
Is it x minus 4 squared and then
I
yeah,
looked at
minus
it.
4?
I have this right here.
Yeah. Wow, that's close to what I got. Oh yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, because you can combine the three and four. Did you get that?
Oh yeah, we just didn't take out the 4 in our answer.
No. Yeah, I didn't take out the four.
We have to take out the 4?
You got 4x minus 4 times x minus 4 square.
Yeah,
That should be fine.
Yeah.
That 4 doesn't have any relevance to the
yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Man, I haven't had it.
That's the same thing as you.
No, we did it right. We just didn't factor out the 12. Because
Min, do you have a headache?
We couldn't factor out 4, and the second we couldn't factor out 12.
Why is all the headaches going on?
We just did.
Okay, yeah, I was.
Well, how do you do that, right?
I was.
How do you get that? I got.
Exclusive.
I was actually.
Okay, it's literally the same answer. It's just factors out.
Yeah, I had it. I just didn't factor it.
How come
And
I'm
I got a
not
cough on
that?
them.
I gotta write that down.
You be on that phone too much. Because you be on that phone too much. Because you be sleeping too late. That's why. That's because you don't be.
I make it fire soon.
You gotta control your. You can't leave yet. No, you can't grab. You don't leave. You got. Hold on. 6 more months.
Okay, so
Just
yeah.
behave yourself for 6 more months.
You're about to quit.
No, bro.
Man, what the hell is that? You like my? No, Kevin.
You don't have
like my?
Yeah.
No, like you could be.
Dude looks like Mr. Yang.
You can't do that.
Like, if you literally be raising your hand, put Mr. Yang, I would think Mr. Yang.
What
What is up with that, like, list, like, beard?
Bro,
What about my grade?
That's a
You
dope.
gonna change my grade?
Change the
It would be better if you got
You drew his body. You drew with
probably
no
get like a
neck, bro.
probably give you like a free A, right? But then you fail the exam.
Like you.
But I still need you.
Oh, actually, I do need.
Alright, we need to run back that after.
A freestyle, man.
All right, so this is what I got.
Awesome.
Did you get this? You got 0, 0 for x intercept, 4, 0. 0, 0 for y intercept. You need to find out where the coordinate of the route of min is, which is 1, negative 27. How do you find out negative 27? Plug in the 1 into the original function. You got that? Okay. And then do you find out increasing from 1 to 4 and 4 to infinity and decreasing from negative infinity to 1?
Can you not include the four?
What do you mean?
Because I said increasing 1 to infinity.
No, because 4 is not really increasing, it's 4 still 0. So it is actually stop and then increase more.
Oh, because it's an inflection point. Because
And then f double prime of x is equal to 12x minus 4 times x minus 2. And if you do that, and it depends on if you factor out 12 or not, it's probably better to factor out 12 because you can see that critical number happen at 2 and 4. And it'll be negative infinity to 2, 4 to infinity, and to 2 comma 4 is going to be down. So now how do I graph this? I'm going to show you guys how to graph with all those informations. So for me, I'm going to start by, I'm going to erase this part. I'm going to start by graphing this. So I'm going to graph by draw a number line, draw a Cartesian coordinates, and that's going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, any x-intercept I will plug in like this. You guys need to be not afraid to graph. Actually, go in, try to graph it. 0, 0, 4 comma 0. Is that okay? And then at 1, which is 1 and negative 27, that is a relative min. So 27, I'm going to say this is 10. This is 20. And this is 30 here. And 27 is probably right here. Something like right here. Now I'm going to draw a smile face because it's minimum. So minimum is a smile face like this. Otherwise it'd be a frown face. So it's like this. If I draw it like this, then you're going to have a smile face like this. Now I'm going to go data in all the inflection point. Where's the inflection point occur at? No, it's at occur at 2, but it's 2, negative 16.
Oh,
Because you had to plug in the actual point. So 2, negative 16. Negative 16 is roughly right here. And 4, 0 is roughly right here. So I put a cross for inflection point. That's just a little bit of a systematic approach of something, so that way you don't get lost. Man, a headache's coming. Yeah, I do. So now I'm going to draw in. So first of all, I'm going to follow a dotted line. Dotted line is going to tell you decreasing, increasing, and that's like that. It's increasing, decreasing. Why? Because I didn't including any concavity. Because I want to give you a general idea where is my graph direction is going to go. So, and right now I'm going to go to the concavity. Concavity is going to be concave up between negative infinity to 2. So it's going to be like something like this. It's concave up like this. Does that make sense? It's concave up. And after that crossing point here is concave down. And after that crossing point, again, that's an inflection point. That's why I draw a cross. It's going to be concave up. And it's going to be like this. So that will be the graph of this. And that's how you scratch from the very beginning. You're going to get some practice questions. Monday, you're not going to have a test. Tuesday, you're going to have a test. Monday, we're going to talk about more curve sketching. Okay? But you're going to have an easy curve sketching like this one. This one counts easy because it doesn't have asymptote, doesn't have vertical asymptote, doesn't have horizontal asymptote, doesn't have a hole, does not have any of the whole 9-yard thing. Monday, we're going to talk about that. What is on the test? This is on the test. Can you find extrema within the intervals? Can you build a table with endpoints and critical numbers? Do you know your Rolle's value theorem? Do you know the condition to be Rolle's value theorem? Mean value theorem. Do you know your mean value theorem? Do you know the condition to be mean value theorem? Do you know how to solve for C at mean value theorem? Do you know how to solve for C for Rolle's value theorem? I have one whole worksheet talk about different kind of problem. Increasing, decreasing, maximum, minimum. Do you know how to do a number line test? Number line test does not justify something. In order for you to justify, you must write down says f prime of x changing from positive to negative. Therefore, there was a maximum. So that's called first derivative test. Concave up and concave down. Inflection point. First derivative test and second derivative test. And also, can you analyze the graph? If I give you f prime of x graph, can you analyze all the things? Lastly, you guys need to get a calculator. The calculator, I would suggest TI-84CE. That's just me, because I grew up with that one. And I don't know how to use the other one. So I don't know how to teach it. But if you want to get the other one because you can affordability comes the issue, you can borrow one of Inspire, but it's not something I prefer. Because I don't know how to teach Inspire very well. I kind of rely on students to teach each other. And last year I have Xavier, this year I don't have Xavier. So
Shoot, I'm gonna I have to go.
You have to interrupt me.
Are you gonna be a team player?
You have to interrupt me.
Okay, so you're gonna be.
okay.
What is it end right now?
I should have stopped by Starbucks.
No, it's okay. I can just find it.
You want Starbucks.
Roddy's not gonna be there.
I know. I really like come up with school stuff. That's what I'm saying.
You don't want Starbucks?
Jay, I FaceTime told him, Chase was like, please, Kelly, come help us. And I was like, bro,
Oh, that was Tony.
what?
Tony was literally on all 4 at Starbucks. Like,
Did Ria call you?
Huh?
Ria call you?
Oh no.
thank you for Moisty Myers.
I'm like, that's out of my business hours, but I'm still helping Aiden.
None of your business hours. You have a business hour. That's true. Man, you alright? Why don't you go sleep? She was sleeping.
It's day 3 now.
Almost failed last night. Almost failed last night.
So, Kelly, I'm gonna ask a source.
Okay.
Yeah. Why do you always like don't keep your phone? No, you don't. Keep your virus away from me. There you go.
Sick. Everybody's getting sick, and I thought, wow, I'm not gonna get sick.
I'm not doing different. Not with this.
Bro, you always get
I keep getting sick, bro.
Why? What?
I don't know. I don't have an immune system, bro. At this point, it's horrible. No matter.
I think you're just crying baby. You just like cough a couple times like, oh, I'm sick.
Sometimes I do be finessing.
You do. You're like, I can't go to school now.
You sneeze like once, and you're like, it's right. It's over.
That happened.
So I had a question to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Should I ask?
You don't think I know the question already?
Oh.
What do you think, Mr. Year?
I don't know.
How did you guess? What made you come to this inquiry?
Inquiry? I don't know. I'm a very observant person.
What would you think of it though if I said yes?
I don't know what you said yes to, first of all.
Liar. Liar.
Because yes could be anything.
You asked Kelly, is there something going on between those two?
Yeah.
And if I said yes, what would you think of that? What do you think of Chile? What do you think of me? Did you end your stream?